was thinking like, where can I get some AI to just spit out these words for me so that I don't have to type them all up. So that being 3 years ago, there wasn't that much AI going on doing that sort of thing. Besides, like my first one I used was TurboScribe, and it's pretty cheap, and they just spit out the words. That's it. And you have to do all the formatting, all the punctuation, but it was really cheap, so I stuck with that for a while. Um, Fast forward to now, um, just recently I came across Adnan's Draft the Record, and it's completely changed how I have my ball rolling, and it's really worth the time difference it makes that you're putting into it. So, an example would be like if I have a 4 hour audio, that would be just like let's say voir dire, which very cool that in Florida, I do voir dire from Florida, and the microphones, they don't even have microphones back there with them wherever they're sitting. So the judge has a microphone and the attorney tables have microphones, but wherever the jury's sitting, they don't have microphones. So they are super low voices and it still picks it all up, which is super good. If someone says like, well, that was what like the court reporter, sometimes there's a court reporter sitting there and she'll say, well, what juror was that? And then I guess the AI knows, and then the AI will put the name that was with the juror who spoke, and it'll just say like juror Smith or juror number, whatever the number they were. So that's good, saves time. Um, the when Linda asked to see a bad transcript, I thought it was funny because I don't think he can show you one because every transcript you get out is just done. It's just that's how good it is. So my process used to be that I would get all my words from like TurboScribe. I would just have all my words out. Then I would listen to my audio. So let's say um the 4 hour morning takes me like, I don't know, like 6 hours to do 4 hours of the audio. Now it's only taking basically the 4 hours, and you're really just reading. And I feel like I might even lose some of my skills because I don't need to look for certain things because it does it for me. So another thing that's surprising is I get a lot of work from New York City, and New York City has tons of accents, like Haiti accents and French accents. Just last week I had, or maybe the week before, I had a French interpreter, and I ran 7,500 pages through their software. So I've been using it ever since I've started using it. Was a couple months ago. Anyway, so accents. Yesterday I had an Alaskan boatman, and it had no problem with that guy. Indian accents, even the spelling of Indian names or odd names that I normally would have to look up or go back and double check just because they're such unique names, it usually has them right, even though I still check them. Names of medications, pretty spot on there. Let's see what else I could say. Once you get your ball rolling with submitting your work and you see how much more time you're saving, you're able to say yes to other work. So like I could talk to my New York lady and I could say, sure, I can do work this week. She'll send me, she sends me like short family court type of motions. So I know they're usually like 60 pages or so. So I can submit that to Draft the Record while I'm working on something else. And I sort of have this ball rolling where by the time I'm done with one thing, I already have the words back to keep going and just keep spitting out more work. So, and having more time is, I used to not be good with my time management. So then I might be trying to work all day when I shouldn't. And, time that you want to divide between your family and working from home. Sometimes it could be hard managing that, but this makes it so much easier where I'm able to really know that if it's 2 hours of audio, it's really only going to take me about 2 hours to get it done. So, and then within those 2 hours, I used to get maybe 20 pages an hour doing it the other way, but now I'm getting at minimum like 35 pages an hour. So based on whatever rate you get paid, if you could just think of whatever that is times 35, it's pretty good, even if you're paying for his service. it saves you so much more time. So